On this episode of Under the Radar, it's a road trip down US 131. We find some crazy concrete north of Kalkaska, eat a heartwarming meal in Cadillac, and meet a blue cow in Big Rapids. Then we snack like superheroes with Herman's boy in Rockford, and end our trip with a classic cocktail at Fink's Tavern in Comstock Park. Get ready to explore the cool people, places, and things that make US 131 a great road to explore.
Under the Radar Michigan is brought to you in part by the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, investing in people, places, and partnerships to help transform Michigan and the Michigan economy. In cities, towns, and neighborhoods, people are building better places to live and better communities.
We all have one, that perfect spot, a special place we go to smooth out the ripples of the day. Our perfect spot is calling. Our perfect spot is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
And by Big B Coffee, celebrating 18 years as a Michigan company. Gift cards, mugs, and coffee by the pound available in store and online. Franchise info available at biggby.com. The Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure series raises funds and awareness in the breast cancer fight, celebrates survivorship, and honors those who have lost their battle. Everyone is welcome. Find a Komen Race for the Cure in more than 140 cities at Komen.org.
I've been around the world, but there's one place I keep coming back to. And the more I explore, the more I realize it's the place to be. I'm Tom Dalton, and this is Under the Radar, Michigan. Oh, hey folks, welcome to a special edition of Under the Radar, Michigan. We're calling this one Road Trip. It's a pretty simple concept. We just find a really cool Michigan road, drive down it, and see what we discover along the way. Oh, look!
On this road trip, we picked Michigan US 131. It runs north and south through the Lower Peninsula's western interior and takes you through some beautiful parts of the state that are full of awesome Michigan treasures. So we headed up and started our trip just north of Kalkaska. And before we even got up to speed, we found something cool in 3, 2, what the heck is this place?
This wonderfully weird place is called Robinson's Scenic Gardens. And if I hadn't seen it for myself, I don't think I would have believed it. How about you guys?
This crazy concrete statuary is full of everything and anything you've ever seen or might even want to see made out of cement. For over 42 years, Sally and Larry Robinson have been mixing, pouring, molding, and painting every kind of concrete creature imaginable. They've come up with over 2,000 different kinds of lawn and garden ornaments. And according to Sally, they ain't done yet.
I can't believe the variety of creatures you have here. I've seen pink elephants before, but I usually have a terrible headache the next day. Is that for sale?
No, the only thing we sell is the bear, which isn't here. He's the one that was on the cover of the book. No, we sold him because we kept that mold.
How many different creatures do you have in this place?
The concrete, we've got over 2,000 molds. We make our own molds, and we were going to retire years ago, but
You're having too much fun?
Well, neither one of us are very good at being idle. And we thought, well, if we worked in the city all these years, what would we want to do when we retired? And we decided we'd like to move to a small town up north in Michigan and maybe start a little business. And we realized we'd been retired for 40 years now. So
well, that didn't work.
We're doing what we would do if we retired.
Well, how many people pull in here just to say, what the heck is this place?
About a dozen a day.
Well, we're 13 then. Well, what's the neatest part for you doing this?
I get to be a little creative. I get to paint anything any way I want, and I get to be with my family. The kids all grew up working here, and now my grandkids work here, so best part of it is it's not work. It's just a lot of fun.
If you're looking for some crazy, cool, and colorful concrete eye candy to adorn your castle, or even if you're just looking, look for Robinson's Scenic Gardens just north of Kalkaska. And believe me, you won't have to look hard to find it. We hit the road heading south, and on the way down US 131, well, We got hungry. And you know us, any place we eat has to be kind of special. So we pulled into the beautiful town of Cadillac to see what was cooking. And after a quick refresher course in just how cool this town is, we found a place that truly was special. Welcome to After 26 Depot, a train station that may not take trains anymore, but what it does do is train special needs adults by giving them a meaningful and rewarding place in the community. Yeah, it's a restaurant, all right, but it's a restaurant doing the right thing. Andrew McDonald and David Gaunt are two of the passionate people who helped turn this wonderful idea into an eatery that's changing some very special lives.
Okay, first of all, explain the name of the restaurant. It's After 26 Depot.
Correct. After 26, in the state of Michigan, developmentally disabled, cognitively impaired individuals can stay in school until they're 26 years of age. And then the question is, what happens afterward? And for so many, there just aren't opportunities, and that's what we're about. It's about giving them opportunities to work in a place in the public eye.
And you guys have done a wonderful job restoring it.
It really was a labor of love on the part of this community. We had donated materials, donated labor. The community really rallied behind this project for a lot of reasons. What we're about in terms of our mission, restoring a historical building. We're connected with American veterans who are in the south half of this building. So it's a good marriage of all of those things.
Well, how many special needs adults do you have working here?
We have 20 project workers on the payroll. We call them project workers. It's a little more dignified. And of course, they're in support roles, doing dishes, bussing tables, sometimes greeting. And we're also having them work in the kitchen now. And you know what's happened? That's a status symbol among the project workers to get promoted to kitchen work.
I can only imagine what this must mean to their families and to them.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge. You know, that after 26, the question is, what happens? And for so many, there really wasn't a lot happening. And so it's not just the idea of employment, it's the dignity that goes with the job. And you see it in their faces, you see their families appreciating that opportunity.
There are wonderful special needs individuals everywhere. They have a desire to work. They need to be given an opportunity. They have the ethic, they have the drive, they just need the chance.
They say that food brings people together. Well, add a noble cause to that, and you bring an entire community together.
So why do you think a place like this is so important to the community?
You know, this just gives a great opportunity for our students and young adults here that want to be supportive and contributing members in our community that typically don't go out into the traditional workforce to have a place to contribute and be part of our community.
So I understand you have a family member that works here.
Yes, we do. We have a son named Joel, and he is an employee here.
What does it mean to your family to have a place like this for him?
It means the world. This has been a great opportunity for Joel, and he has grown from it. He's very social, but he has just really, the experience of working here has been tremendous for him and for our family.
You know, Joel, I talked to your mom about you earlier, and she's awful proud of you.
I know.
What do you love about this place?
I love it when I do dishwasher and help people talk to people and stuff like that.
You like working back in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Get pretty crazy back there?
Sometimes.
Yeah. If you had one thing you could say to your mom, what would it be?
Oh, I love her so much. I wish she can get me a new car.
A new car?
Yeah.
Well, keep working. That's why we all work.
This gives them a space that they can call their own and a place in which they can develop their personalities, friendships. The community loves them. They've embraced the whole thing. It's wonderful.
So I understand you have a daughter that works here?
I do.
What has this done for your family?
It's just uplifting. You know, her name is Summer, and she is autistic, and she just loves to go to work. And every time we drive by here, she says, "Oh, there's a depot. I work there." And when she gets her paycheck, she is just elated.
So, Nicole, how do you like working here?
I give me more money.
Oh, it gets you more money. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What has this meant to your family?
Oh, it meant a tremendous amount because it gives her something to do. There was nothing for her to do when we moved up here from Milford, and this gives her the opportunity to get out from the house and work and be recognized in the community, which is nice.
I'll tell you, there are so many great things about this place that I can't even begin to count them. So all I have to say is the next time you're passing through Cadillac and you're looking for a meal that will warm your heart and your stomach, Look no further than after 26 Depot. The next morning, we continued our road trip adventure south on US 131. And as you might imagine, our patented UTR hunger struck again. Well, this time we pulled into Big Rapids, home of Ferris State University. This is a cool, eclectic college town with great places to stop, shop, and eat. And that's exactly what we did.
You know on UTR how we're always looking for a great farm-to-fork restaurant? Well, this time we're going to do it a little bit different. This time we're going to get it from a blue cow. Is that even possible? Is that possible?
Well, it is if you're at the Blue Cow Cafe, a place where fresh, local, and seasonal is an everyday thing. Connie Freiberg personifies the passion for food at this elegant eatery, and she's found a welcome home here in Big Rapids.
You really have a blue cow, and what flavor's the milk?
You know, we actually painted a cow blue.
I saw him out front.
No, on our billboard, there's a picture of a cow that we used Wilton food dye and we painted it blue. And everybody thinks it was photoshopped and it was probably easier to Photoshop it, but we didn't know how to do that, so we actually dyed a cow blue.
Well, what's the inspiration behind the name?
Well, you know, everything that's good in life, in my philosophy, comes from a cow. Steaks come from a cow. Ice cream comes from a cow. Heavy cream comes from a cow.
Right.
So if it's good, it comes from a cow.
That's actually, I never really thought about that.
And you know, and I really think that if a cow had the desire to be eaten, he would like what we were doing.
He would approve.
Yeah, he would approve.
Well, you're what you call, I guess, a locavore. You try and eat as much from locally
As we possibly can, yeah.
And you're
without sacrificing the quality of the food.
And you're also into slow cooking. Explain that. I guess that stands for something slow.
Yes, the slow food movement. So, yeah, sustainable, local, organic cuisine. So we're very careful on the type of fish that we source. We source all of our produce locally when it's in season, and if things that are available to us organic, we'll always choose organic, and that's kind of what we're doing here.
Running a restaurant's a tough business. It's a labor of love.
Absolutely.
What do you personally love about it? What keeps you doing it?
I live for the praise. There's absolutely nothing feels better than when someone sends word back to the kitchen and they say, that is the best ribeye I've ever eaten in my entire life. Or your champagne chicken, I have to have it once a week. I couldn't live without it. It's the praise. I live solely for the praise.
You do love this.
You do love it. It's, you know, and we get to be creative. It's a small town. So we have a daily feature every day. So our chefs get to, they kind of get to do what they want to do. Like if, you know, you wake up one morning and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm dying, you know, to do, you know, a lamb shank and I want to braise it and I want to add in root vegetables and things like that. We can do that because we can, you know, source the ingredients and we can change up the menu when we want to. So we're always doing a daily feature, always trying something different.
Well, I've heard people say that when you opened this restaurant, you sort of upped the level of food consciousness in this town. You think that's true?
You know, my husband moved me here from Houston to be closer to his parents, and the restaurant was the carrot on the stick for me. We'd been doing catering in Houston, and you know, I wanted to do a brick and mortar restaurant, but I brought the same ideas and the same concepts that I would have done in the big city. I just brought that to a small town, and I didn't let the fact that this restaurant was in a small town make me change anything the way that I was going to do it.
You're a transplant then?
Yeah, I'm a transplant. My husband's a native.
What do you love? What do you love about Michigan now that you're here?
Oh my gosh, the access to the food and the produce. Michigan grows beautiful produce, and just the things that you can find and play with. It's just amazing.
Next, I headed back to the kitchen to confront the wizard of Blue Cow cuisine. This is where Chef Joel King does his culinary thing.
Are you a real chef or you just play one on TV?
I'm a real chef. Come from a family of chefs.
Oh, okay, so it comes naturally to you. So we're making your signature dish, which is called the...
Champagne chicken.
Champagne chicken. Now, does the chicken drink the champagne or do I drink the champagne?
You eat the champagne.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. So how does this go? That's chicken?
Chicken, dredge it. We'll pan sear it, we'll throw it in the oven to finish, and then we'll make our sauce.
Okay, where does the champagne come in?
Right here in our sauce.
Oh, okay, because that's
a champagne cream sauce.
Okay,
so.
Gotcha, okay. Do you find it difficult as a chef to cook and to source local and seasonal?
Yes. It's getting easier and easier now. People are, you know, turning the corner to it, but...
Is that somebody's alarm? Do I need to wake up?
No.
Oh, is that the bread?
Yeah.
Should I test that before you use it?
If you want to, yeah.
No, I better not. It's a long day, I better not. So you actually pour champagne into, or were those onions?
Shallots.
Shallots, okay.
Yep.
How long does it take to reduce this? Not that I'm impatient.
It's gonna take about 5 or 6 minutes.
5 or 6 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna work. I'm hungry, and this is TV. Perfect time to go see why the locals love what's happening here at the Blue Cow.
When I see Connie shopping at the local farmer's market, it means a lot. She talks farm to table. She walks it. She goes over there and grabs the freshest stuff. She uses it in her day-to-day operation. And when I come here, I realize that it's an awesome thing.
I absolutely love the food here, and the atmosphere is great.
It's the best restaurant in our county and adds to the whole ambiance of downtown Big Rapids.
There may not really be such a thing as a Blue Cow, but there really is a restaurant in Big Rapids that's got great food, an awesome atmosphere, and a friendly staff. And that's called the Blue Cow Cafe. Now, move over, because we got some driving to do. It really is an awesome drive heading south along US 131 with its rolling hills and classic Michigan farms. And our path led us right into the town of Rockford. This really is a beautiful little town that's got everything you need to enjoy classic Americana. And it just happened to be the home to our next stop. Coincidence? Nope, we planned it that way.
As you can see, this place is called Herman's Boy. Now, my dad's name is Herman, and I'm his boy, which means this segment was meant to be.
When you first walk into Herman's Boy, it can be overwhelming. It's 5 unique businesses all rolled into one, with one family making it all happen. I'm telling you, this place had a little bit of everything we needed, and everything looked good. Jeff Havemeyer is son number 1, so I guess you'd call him Herman's Boy's boy.
The first thing that hits you when you walk in this place is the aroma. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelmingly wonderful.
That's everyone says. We were going to do the tagline, "Come in for the smell of it," but I didn't.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
No, this place is a foodie's paradise.
We got a little bit of everything. Yeah, we've kind of expanded. There should be something here for everyone.
Right. But this is you said this is 5 businesses in one?
5 businesses. 4 of them had previously failed or closed, and we purchased them and put them as part of our umbrella of businesses.
So they're businesses that may not make it on their own, but you put them all together, and they're...
You can come and shop, and it's hard to come in and just sell just kitchen items, but we have kitchen gadgets. We can't just sell barbecue items, but we have those. We have the coffee to go with it. We have the fudge.
How did this whole place start?
We started in 1979 as cheese and sausages from the Midwest. We're from Minnesota, and my dad would travel to Minnesota and bring cheese back for the neighbors, and we decided to open a store. And we went from there to, we were originally called the Melting Pot back then. We weren't Herman's Boy, it was the Melting Pot. We were a potpourri of the best that's American. And from there, we took over the Coffee Ranch, which is a coffee roasting company that was founded in 1901. And we took over the old Fudge Shop, which is a Mackinac Island fudge shop, marble tables that we have here. Then the Cookery Nook, which is kitchen gadgets and cookware and different things. And the last thing was the Outdoor Cook, which is grilling accessories, rubs, spices, everything you need to be a good outdoor cook.
I saw that you've got outdoor cooking classes here?
We do outdoor cooking classes when the Michigan weather allows us, usually starting in May and going through to October. Usually one a month. One class might be about ribs, one might be about slow cooking, whether it be brisket or pulled pork. And we even do a fun one called Mixed Grill, which is just chips and cheese on the grill or something different.
And this is a total family-run business. It's your dad, 3 brothers and a sister?
Yes, yep, and 2 grandsons now, my 2 sons. So 3 generations working here full-time.
After a couple times giving the entire place a once-over and a few unauthorized snacks, I had the privilege of sitting down with Herman's Boy himself, Floyd Havemeyer.
First thing I got to ask you, Floyd, is where'd the name Herman's Boy come from?
My dad always wanted a business, and growing up, I was always never called Floyd. He said, "You're Herman's Boy, aren't you?" And I got some humor out of that personally, and so I said, well, let's call it Herman's Boy. It's a way of my honoring my father, and people will come in and ask me, now, who is Herman's Boy? And I said, well, I'm Herman's Boy. And they said, well, then who is Herman? I always give them 10 guesses.
You're very generous. It must be great to have a business like this that's successful, that's providing great stuff for the community, and that you're employing your sons, your grandsons, your daughter. I mean, that's a nice thing.
Yeah, plus another 10 people that we have working here. That's my joy, is seeing people have jobs. You know, that makes it worthwhile.
One family, 5 unique businesses, and a whole community that loves having them here. All I can say is, Herman would have been mighty proud of his boys. Well, with newfound friends and fond memories, we headed down US 131 for the last stop of our official UTR road trip. And just north of Grand Rapids, in a cool community called Comstock Park, we found a classic place to kick back and end the episode.
Now, this place has been a hotel, a post office, a barber shop, and even a house of ill repute. It's Nick Fink's Bar, and it's got more history and personality than you can shake a swizzle stick at.
That's right, Nick Fink's is one of the oldest neighborhood bars in Michigan. And if these walls could talk, I can only imagine what they'd say. But lucky for us, Nick's manager, Matt Rule, talks real good.
So let me get this straight. You love this place so much that you actually bought the house next door.
Yes, I actually live next door. I am so attached to this place. I love the feel and just the building and everything. I actually, the minute I started here, within 6 months, I decided to be next door and the house next to Nick Fink's. So.
Well, when you take on a project like this, it's almost more like a historic preservation project, because there's so much history to this place.
Yes, there is a ton of history. There is more history to this place in this area of Michigan than I've ever been in my life. There's just so many people's places and things you hear about. It's never dull every day of the week. So
I've never been in a place like this. Just to walk the floor from one end to the other, it changes elevation, it changes slope, it changes.
It changes a lot of things. This place is definitely its own building for sure. It has its own feel, its own noises, its own everything.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in when you walk into a house, a building, when you drive into a town, the way it feels. And when I walked in here, the first thing I said was perfect. This place is exactly what I was expecting and what I was hoping for. It's just the kind of cool, funky, old, historical neighborhood bar you want to sink into a booth, have your favorite beverage, and just...
Yep, you just sit back, have a good time. You can be yourself. You don't have to be anything that you're not. You know, it's just really cheap drinks, good cheap bar food, and in a great environment just to come in every day and call your neighborhood bar. You know, that's what people love about it.
And as luck would have it, a couple members of the fabulous Fink family were actually there that night. And to them, this place is a lot more than just a bar.
So are you a Fink?
Yes, my mom's a Fink.
Your mom's a Fink,
Yep.
So your grandpa owned this bar?
Yes.
That is so cool to have a personal connection to something with this much history that means this much to this community.
Yes, it's nice.
I would drink to that if I were you.
We will.
So you are also a Fink.
My mother was a Fink. I'm the granddaughter.
Granddaughter, so your grandpa owned this bar.
My grandpa did, yes.
What is it like to come in here and see pictures of your grandpa all around your favorite pub?
I love it. It warms my heart when I just see the town and how far it's come, and it's nice.
Yeah, to be a part of that history is pretty cool.
It's awesome.
It's the kind of local neighborhood watering hole where you walk in and you're instantly one of the gang.
Who wants free beer? I'm just kidding.
He's buying.
If you want a heaping helping of history, character, and characters with your next adult beverage, you'll find it all at Nick Fink's Bar in Comstock Park. And if you haven't taken a road trip since college, throw your family or some friends in the car and head up or down US 131 for your own UTR-style road trip adventure. And who knows, you just might see us out there on the open road. Now, who's hungry? Hey folks, you want to become part of the League of Extraordinary UTR Super Friends? It's super easy. Just go to utrmichigan.com. You can watch episodes, tell us where to go next, get information on all the places we've been, and even get UTR wearables like I'm sporting right here. Oh, and you can even get our new book, Under the Radar, the First 50, featuring our first 50 episodes and DVDs of all of our shows. So become a UTR super friend today. Go to utrmichigan.com. It's super cool and super easy.
Under the Radar Michigan is brought to you in part by the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, investing in people, places, and partnerships to help transform Michigan and the Michigan economy. In cities, towns, and neighborhoods, people are building better places to live and better communities.
We all have one, that perfect spot, a special place we go to smooth out the ripples of the day. Our perfect spot is calling. Our perfect spot is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
And by Big B Coffee, celebrating 18 years as a Michigan company. Gift cards, mugs, and coffee by the pound available in store and online. Franchise info available at biggby.com. The Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure series raises funds and awareness in the breast cancer fight, celebrates survivorship, and honors those who have lost their battle. Everyone is welcome. Find a Komen Race for the Cure in more than 140 cities at Komen.org.